Hey, what's up everyone? Tedrick85 here, and today I'm going to be giving you a preview of the World Cup semifinals, which are going to be between Brazil and Germany, and Argentina versus the Netherlands. Now, this is a very interesting set of semifinal matches, beginning with Brazil and Germany, which was what I had predicted to be the final, but between certain circumstances of me not really getting the bracket done correctly, it ended up being these two teams in the semifinals instead. Now, the last time these two teams met in the World Cup was back in 2002 in the title game where two Ronaldo goals gave Brazil a 2-0 win and won their fifth title. Now, of course, times have changed in that, and Brazil's going to be going in there without Neymar due to a back injury and Thiago Silva due to a suspension, a second yellow card, I should say. But Coach Luis Felipe Scolari and the rest of Brazilians seem confident ahead because not only did Brazil kind of not look all that great during this tournament, but neither did Germany either. You could say that they haven't fulfilled their potential either, despite having strength and depth in every position. Now, Germany got through here with not just getting out of Group G, which was the group of death, but they needed extra time to get past Algeria, and just skated by France 1-0, despite playing a less than stellar game, according to most pundits. So Germany's got to be going in this game with something to prove, showing the world that they could play a lot better, and hopefully for the fans that they're able to knock off the Brazilians. But either way you look at it, this is going to be a tight game because I think both these teams have a lot to prove in that. Brazil has to prove that they don't need any officiating help or anything like that, or lucky breaks to help them win games, and Germany has to prove to the world that they can, in fact, challenge for a title for the first time since the Euro 1996. So it should be an interesting game. I think Germany is going to end up prevailing, although don't be surprised if Brazil ends up winning just because they have that home support. But I just think if I haven't got a wake-up call yet from Argentina and France, nothing's going to wake them up, so this is now another time to Germany and prove to the world that they are legitimate contenders, and I think they're going to get out of this. I'm going to predict a 2-1 win in normal time. I don't think it's going to go in extra time, but I think Germany's going to be in the final, and joining Germany will either be Netherlands or Argentina. Argentina to me is like Brazil and Germany in that they really haven't played to their full potential yet. I think to be quite frank, I think they've looked pretty ordinary. Well, you could say that Leo Messi and that has been playing good, but to be honest with you, I've seen him play better too. I really don't think he's playing the best of his ability either. So hopefully he'll be able to step up his game because let's face it, if it wasn't for Messi, Argentina would probably be eliminated by now. But not only does Messi have to get better, but the whole team in general has to get better. You know, they've been even though they're semifinalists, most pundits in that, and even some of the fans in that are getting kind of restless, saying, "Is this really all Argentina has?" So, like Brazil and Germany, I think they're gonna have a lot to prove. And as far as the Netherlands, they came out of the tournament and hit the ground running, beating Spain 5-1, which were the defending champs. They had a narrow 3-2 victory over Australia, and they managed to beat Chile 2-0 in that. And then, of course, in the knockout stages, in that they narrowly beat Mexico 2-1 after two late goals from Wesley Sneijder and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. And then the last game, they needed a shootout. And a very clever substitution by Louis van Gaal to substitute Tim Krul for Jasper Cillessen. He ended up saving two penalty shots, and they ended up winning 4-3 on penalties. So, if you look at these four teams, you can argue that the Netherlands have looked the best, just simply because of their impressive 5-1 win over Spain. But you could also legitimately say that they have a point to prove too, is that they're the only team that's left that has not won a World Cup. And you look back to their total football days back in the 1970s when they had Johan Cruyff and company playing for the Dutch side, and people always wondered how come they never won a World Cup. Well, I'm sure that they have that in the back of their minds, and I'm sure they're going to be motivated to become the first Dutch team to lift that World Cup trophy. And to be honest, I think the Netherlands is going to end up beating Argentina. Again, I think it's going to be close like Brazil and Germany. I'm going to predict a 1-0 victory over the Netherlands. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be down to the midfield whether or not the Dutch wingers, especially Arjen Robben, are going to be able to create opportunities for Robin van Persie. And it's also going to be whether or not Messi is going to be able to control the midfield and get past the Dutch midfield and defense to try to create opportunities not only for himself but his teammates. So, yeah, to sum things up, I think it's going to end up being Germany versus the Netherlands in the World Cup final. And that's no disrespect to Brazil and Argentina, but people can argue that they've had luck on their side or officiating on their sides. But no matter how much you try to spin on this, people can agree that they could definitely play better football, or soccer as we say here in America. But the jury's pretty much still out on that. I mean, it's all four of these teams deserve to be in the semifinals. That is without a doubt. All four of them deserve to be here, but I just think that the Germans and the Dutch are going to end up prevailing that. They're going to end up duking it out for the World Cup trophy in the final. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this video. I know I'm going to be watching these two games closely. Hopefully they'll be exciting now. That there's not going to be anything that murs the outcomes of the matches or anything like that. And hopefully there'll be nice, clean, well officiated games and that. And that's pretty much anyone can hope for at this point, and hopefully the rest of the tournament goes by smoothly. And of course, after the semifinals are over, I'll probably end up doing a recap of them and doing a preview of the final itself. So, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say. So, thank you for watching, and tune in again next time. Hopefully, I will have a reaction video or a possible final preview. I don't know what my next World Cup video is, but it should be coming up again before long. So, again, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.